So I was born in Murray, Kentucky, and I wish I could say I was a Tennessean born and raised, but I got across the border as quick as I could. It took me about 3 days. Grew up in Paris, Tennessee.
I was born here in Memphis, lived in Collierville pretty much my whole life. I was a competitive dancer starting when I was like 10, all throughout high school and a little bit in college too. So that was kind of my entire life.
Went to Henry County High School. In high school, I was kind of a modge podge of different, I guess, facets. Played soccer, but also did a lot of theater stuff.
Growing up, it was always my mom, my older brother, and I.
Growing up, our family was always pretty close. One of the things, we'd always have tacos on Sunday nights growing up, so that was kind of a cool thing.
Patrick and I met on a dating app.
We matched, didn't really think anything of it, started messaging.
I saw he had a cute dog, so I was like, cool, he's got a dog, so he should be all right.
She still says it to this day that the only reason she swiped right and then met up with me is because she wanted to meet my dog. I'm like, hey, do you want to go get drinks or something? Or do you want to like go to the dog park with me and my dog? And she was like, yeah, let's do dog park.
We went to the dog park for our first date with his dog because I just really wanted to hang out with the dog.
We spent that evening probably 2 or 3 hours just walking around the park with the dog.
It wasn't a love at first sight or anything. It was just kind of convenient. It didn't have a reason to stop hanging out, so we just kept hanging out.
We had like the most vanilla relationship where we just kind of hang out and talk, and there was really nothing like spectacular about what we had, or at least to us there wasn't.
And then we just started hanging out more, meeting each other's friends, going on trips together. It was like, okay.
And then just kind of over time is when we started to really develop a true friendship, and then it kind of went to the next level.
About 10 months after our first date, I knew that he was going to be leaving for that deployment for a year. That whole 11-ish months that he was gone, that was a very, very defining part of our relationship.
The moment that I knew that Haley was the one for me, she and I went to Brookhaven to have drinks with one of her friends, and then we go get in our cars and we're like, hey, we're gonna go back to my house in Cordova. So we're leaving out and I'm like, oh wait, I should pick up some summer shandy at the gas station. There's a gas station on the right-hand side. It's an easy stop. So I don't tell her, and I just swing to the gas station real quick. I go in, I get beer, I'm coming out. She gets out of the car, she starts yelling at me.
Like, I got really frustrated, and then we both got in our cars.
Drive back to my house, we both get out of the car and we both look at each other and instantly apologize. And once kind of realized that this is the kind of person who will apologize for being wrong, and then also myself, I would feel comfortable enough to just apologize for being wrong and being dumb. Not having that kind of conflict and being able to work through something like that, it's like, you know what, this could be something big. I'm pretty sure I said I love you first.
He had to go away for 3 weeks for training with the Army in order to get ready to deploy. And we were planning on a really nice date night before he leaves for 3 weeks.
We'd just gone to dinner at Flight, and we were outside of Flight waiting on the valet. I've been wanting to say it for a while, but I knew we had a reservation at Flight, so I was like, okay, I'm probably gonna try and do this classy.
And we had a really nice dinner, and then as we were standing outside waiting for the valet to bring our car up, that's whenever he told me that he loves me. And I actually, I mean, I knew that I loved him at this point, I just didn't want to be the first one to say it.
I'd been back for probably 2 or 3 weeks from getting back from Cuba when I realized that I actually needed to start probably planning how I was going to do the proposal.
So it's just kind of a waiting game, I guess, for me.
So finally find something. Tony and I are going back on ideas. Tony and I draft up a plan, and then I was nervous as hell the day it happened. I told Haley I was still moving stuff from Cordova to our new house in Memphis. But in reality, I was just sitting on the couch watching Netflix, some movie in Spanish that I didn't understand because I was just too nervous to do anything. So Tony and I had prearranged to have her brother and sister and niece up here, and then also her best friend.
My mom and I were working on a rehearsal dinner together. It was for a wedding that she was planning out here in October, and I was doing the rehearsal dinner. Rushing to get a whole lot of stuff done for this meeting. My mom needs me to do like a million different spreadsheets for it. So get all of that together, get in the car, and speeding out from East Memphis to Collierville.
I get up here to the event center about 3:30 or so, and I'm nervous as anything. Tony fortunately met me with a golf cart with a glass of Buffalo Trace to help calm my nerves a little bit. And then we're all hanging out. She said, "Hey, Haley's on her way." And so I walk outside, and we're just outside the event center so everyone can watch it and be inside and look. And
so get out here and pull in the driveway, and so I walk down the little walkway that leads to the aisle whenever they have wedding ceremonies out here, and he was standing at the end of it, and I could see John and Kelly again like peeking their heads out from the corner, and I'm like, okay, this is about to happen. Haley rounds the corner and she sees me, and nervous as hell, I don't really know what to say, and she says, "What are you doing?" And I look back to the golf course, I said, "Watching golf." Okay, cool. I thought you were supposed to be moving today. No? Okay. And he gets on one knee. I have no idea what he said at that point in time, kind of blacked out a little bit. Yeah, so I got down on one knee and opened the ring case, and then her eyes just kind of lit up and her mouth was just completely open. Lift the ring up, I said, "If you don't like it, we can always take it back." She kind of grabbed it and said, "No, it's mine now." Honestly, the first thing that I remember saying was some profanities about how beautiful the ring was. I think she was actually not so much surprised as she was just surprised it took that long. I was honestly expecting it to be the next day, but I remember like leaving work that Friday saying, "Yeah, I think it's gonna happen tomorrow, I'll let you know," whatever, and then 30 minutes later we were engaged. Patrick supports me in a lot of ways. I mean, really in all aspects of life. So he's super, super encouraging. She consistently pushes me with my real job. If there's something that he knows that I want or need, he always says, "I'm here to take care of you. I'm taking care of you." I'm just glad that Haley puts up with me most of the time anyways. I really love that Haley's very common sense. She won't get too emotional or irrational about any kind of problem or solution. He's a very confident person, but whenever it's just the two of us, he's very gentle and sweet. The fact that the majority of times we could sit down and we can have just a conversation about an issue, about any kind of conflict, and we could work through it, which seems like with a lot of other people that I've talked to, that's not really that common. And for me, that's so nice to be able to just talk through something that might be difficult. So what's something that drives me absolutely nuts about him? There will be things that he'll say, I'm like, seriously, these are not things you say in public to people, just stop. He doesn't have much of a filter. Haley's really bad about doing dishes and laundry, and that's probably one of the things that just drives me bananas. "5 years from now, might have a little one." So we bought a house in East Memphis, which we love. We'll be in the same house, keep just making it better, doing little improvements to it. Haley's great ideas of painting and putting in chandeliers. And be really well established in our careers. And he says that we're only allowed to have 2 dogs at a time, so we're maxed out on that. Patrick, I just want to tell you how much I love you, and every day I'm more and more thankful that we met at the time in our life that we did, and things have changed drastically since then, only for the better. And I really don't know what I would do without you, and I can't wait to see where our lives go many, many years down the road whenever we're growing old together and still sitting on the couch holding hands and our kids are grossed out by us. I think it's gonna be a beautiful life, and I can't wait for it.
Haley, thank you for putting up with me up to this point. Thank you for being my rock during the deployment, through job changes, through all of that. I'm so incredibly thankful for having you in my life, and I'm really just excited to get married to you and to call you my wife, and for it just to be you and me just running everything.
I love you.
I love you so much, and I look forward to everything we have in our future.